Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. It's very exciting for me because I'm going to be launching a new series where I go naked for 5 days. That means I'm going to be posting an eyeshadow tutorial using an Urban Decay Naked palette every single day for 5 days. I just thought this would be really fun because I know a lot of people have the Urban Decay Naked palettes, and with all the makeup launches that go on nowadays, we kind of forget what we have. So I'm not going to be telling you what naked palettes I'm going to be using during these 5 days. You guys are just going to have to wait and watch, but I will tell you I'm going to have some very natural looks, glam looks. You guys are just going to have to wait and see. And on my last day, day 5, there's going to be a special giveaway, and yeah, you're just gonna have to wait till day 5 because it's gonna be a ton of stuff, and I've been getting things for this giveaway for a long time, so I know you guys will really like it. Without further ado, let's start off with day 1. Of course, I had to use the most recent launch from Urban Decay, the Ultraviolet palette, and I have to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor. It's my boyfriend. He bought this palette for me, so without him, I wouldn't have this video, so thank you so much. It means a lot. Yeah, so today I wanted to do the Ultraviolet palette. It's super pretty, and I wanted to do something kind of light, not so dark, but just super pretty. And let me tell you, there are purples in this palette that I don't have in my collection, and I think the shade Lucid is this one right here, you're gonna see it in the tutorial, but I think it's very unique, and I just, honestly, I really like this look. I love purple. So if you guys are interested in this series, then definitely subscribe so you don't miss my videos. But if you're specifically into this tutorial with using the Ultraviolet palette, just keep watching. Okay, so of course I'm starting off with my transition color. I'm taking the shade Hacked and placing it in the crease and then blending it outwards. This color is a really nice transition because it works really well with the neutral side of the palette, but also works really well with the purples. It's just a really good shade and tone. I think Urban Decay did a great job picking that shade. And then I just couldn't help myself. I had to go into the shade Optimized, which is just a really pretty light purple. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I wanted something just very light and pretty, nothing too dark. So I'm just placing this in the crease and in the outer V, nothing crazy, very simple. Now I'm going into Warning, and I just really like the way Warning and Optimized look next to each other, so I figured why not pick some up, put it in my crease, and put it in the outer V. I really like mixing different shadows. I love the way that looks, so that's what I'm pretty much doing here. And then I decided to pick up Cyberpunk, which is like a warmer toned purple, and strictly putting that in the outer V. I'm being way more precise with this shade. And then I'm also going to put it in the crease. This Eco Tools brush is a godsend. Especially if you have small eyes. It just works really well. I will see if they have a similar brush, but it just works really well for me, and it's easy for me to blend out shades, all of that good stuff. So now I'm doing the same thing to the other eye. Now I'm going in with one of my favorite concealers. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and just concealing the inner portion of my lid. I really wanted my lid shade to be nice and bright, so this is a great way to do it. I also sprayed my brush with Fix Plus to help the shade look a little bit brighter, but honestly I feel like I really didn't have to do that. It's optional. I wouldn't even do it. The concealer is good enough. So now I'm picking up the shade Lucid and packing that on the lid, and this is such a unique color. It's so pretty. It's like a white shade, but it has like green bluish reflex to it. So pretty, so glad that I used it. And now I'm just blending out that line. I personally don't like a harsh line, so I like to blend it out so things look nice and smooth. And then I'm pretty much going to be doing the same thing on my other eye. I just want to mention this palette reminds me a lot of the Wet n Wild VIP. It's VI Purple palette. It's not an exact dupe, but it's very similar. So if you don't want to pay $50-something for this Ultraviolet palette, check out the Wet n Wild one. It's really good. I have a tutorial. I'll link it up top so that, you know, just in case if you guys want to know if it's good or not, you can look at that video. Now I'm going into the shade Trippin'. You know I have to have a brow bone highlight, and this is pretty good. I wish it was a little bit brighter, but this still works really well, so I was super happy with it. And now, as always, I'm cleaning up my eyeshadow edges and concealing my under eyes. I'm going to be setting my under eyes with the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. And if you guys ever wonder how I finish up the face and like what products I use, I post Instagram videos of my face. Sometimes I'll add in the eyeshadow really quickly, but for the most part, you can see how I finish off my face. So now I'm taking the shade Cyberpunk, putting that closely on my lower lash line in the outer third. And then I'm blending everything out with Optimize, that really light, pretty purple. I decided to put on false lashes today, so I used the Ardell 110s, which are very natural. And then while my glue was drying, I put on lower lash mascara with the Essence False Lash Effect. And then the tutorial is done. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's very light, pretty feminine. And I can't wait to see you guys for day 2. I have exciting tutorials coming up, so I think you guys will really enjoy them. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you for day 2. Bye.